What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV and giving you the real tea. And we are here for a brand new episode of Rose in Review. What is going on, y'all? Okay, first of all, first things first. T T got some earphones in. So
Mhm.
T say something that because I can hear you good, but let's just make sure everybody else can.
Can y'all hear me? Y'all see y'all? Can y'all hear me good? Listen, I'm channeling Xscape circa 1993 down to Doppler. All right, when Jermaine Dupri was trying to turn them into Touch Me Nights and Butch Decks and all the rest of that stuff, and that's why Xscape had the issues they was having back then. This is what I'm channeling. But trust me, this is coming off because all this gonna get hot on my head and all the rest of this stuff. This is just for a gag. But anyway, what y'all? Okay, I'm glad I sound good, y'all. Cause I listen. I've been trying. I'm gonna get me a mic. I promise. I'm gonna get me a bougie mic like Scotty got. Actually, within the next couple days. So
You know what?
yeah.
I forgot to send you that damn Amazon link. Remind me to do it after this is over. Because I'm definitely gonna
All
send
right,
it
I
to you.
got you.
Okay, so with that being said, before we even get into the show, because we normally start the show at the 10-minute mark anyway. Shout out to T for starting that whole what is it? The tradition to start the show at the 10-minute mark.
Right.
But before we start, as you guys can see, it's only two out of three.
Mhm.
There's only two of us here. And our good friend, co host, Josiah is not here with us. As you know, he made a post already on YouTube basically saying that he had some personal issues that he needs to sort out right now. And he is taking a break from all social media platforms. He won't be posting on YouTube for a little while. And he won't be oops, wait a minute. They said I sound muffled. Wait a minute. Oh, absolutely.
Know why. Okay, how I sound now?
That's it. Boom.
Okay, my mic wasn't on. That's what happened. When I put my when I plugged my camera in, it knocked my mic out. So I had to go back and put it in there. Put it in. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So as you guys already know, Josiah already made the post about that, and he told me and T before he put the post up there. He told me and T on Thursday night what was going on. He sent us a long text message in our group chat, and he told us to try to carry on the show without him for a little while. And he said that he won't be participating in any panels right now either. So y'all won't be seeing Josiah for a while. But I don't know when whether you like it or not panel is coming back because we don't know when Atlanta coming back yet. So right now, the
Right.
only thing that we got is Roster Review and Boys Night Out ain't coming to the end of the summertime. So this is all we got right now. But I also want to also address this to the bitch
Ooh,
that was in the comments
ooh. Go ahead and say it.
by the name of Jay Hunt was
Ooh.
in the comments. Now, when I mentioned in the video that Josiah would be taking a break, this dusty ass bitch decided to say
Ooh.
that is he taking a break because of his recent weight gain? What the fuck does a weight gain have to do with him taking a break? What are you trying to say?
Mm,
Him taking a break had nothing
mm,
to do with no damn weight gain. If you
mm.
really knew what was going on with our friend, you wouldn't be saying no shit like that, okay?
Mm. See, you one of them tired ass hoe dogs, a mellow mutt. That's what that is. Because see, that's that. See, stuff like that. That right there. See, that's how I know you's an avid watcher at LAMH, and that's what that came from. You wanted her hoe hound. I. That's cool.
No, I know exactly. He commented on our Candy in the Gang reviews. He was he used to be mad with us because we used to go on Chandrika all the time. I know exactly who this person is. I've seen them many a times in the comments. And I had to go ahead and delete that comment this morning because that pissed me off, and they was still going talking about. I mean, I'm just saying, have you seen him? He's gained more weight than I have. Bitch, we ain't seen you. So how will we know how much weight you got on you? We ain't even seen you. Okay. So, and the reason why I was pissed, because like I said, we not gonna go into all of that because that's up for Josiah to talk about. But
Right.
Josiah has been stressed, as he stated
Mm-hmm.
in his post. He's been trying to, balance his work life and doing content all at the same time. And he was stressing himself out till he got sick. Okay. And everybody can't be like Scotty and still try to work through all this shit while he know he's sick and while he know he tired and all this other stuff. I always tell people, don't do what I do because I'll fuck
Right.
myself up. Don't do what I
Me
do.
too.
Just try, because I will still try to go through with it every single time. I know that I need to go to bed, but I still be up here trying to do it live, even though I'm sleepy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I neglect all aspects of my life just to do my work and do this work all at the same time. So definitely, I told him, take all the time that you need. And even when me and T talked about it, Josiah was even going to try to come back and try to finish the show with us. But I told him, you are our friend first before you are a co-host, before you are a content creator. You are our friend first. So what we want you to do is focus on your health and focus on you first. So we'll still be here. We will carry the show while you away. And we're gonna represent for you, period. So that's all that really matters. He even he had made like another thumbnail, because we know that the SWV and Xscape show is only gonna be 6 episodes. So we probably won't see him at all at the for the rest of the show. So he just made another thumbnail and just left me and T on there. And I told him, no, we're gonna keep the same one we had with all 3 of us on there. Because whether you here or not, we still gonna represent for you, period. Like, it doesn't matter if you here or not. This is something that 3 of us created together, and that's just how it's gonna stand. We're gonna promote it as 3, and we're gonna leave it as 3. You will be back. This is just temporary. You got to take care of yourself first, and when you come back, you're gonna be bigger. You're gonna be better. I ain't gonna say big because bitch is always already trying to say he gained a bunch of weight. You're gonna be better, and you're gonna be better than what you was before you came along. So
that's right.
So that's all that matters. So period. And yes,
we got your back, JoJo.
Period. Because I cussed that bitch out. Okay,
I know you did.
I cussed him out, and I've been trying to stay out the comments, but when I seen it, I had to let his ass have it, honey. Okay, and as a matter of fact, and if you want to know how Josiah doing, Josiah texted me earlier today, so he is fine. You know what I'm saying? Josiah is absolutely okay. The people that need to know everything knows. So we got Josiah back, so y'all ain't got to worry about anything. And before we start the show, me and T talked while I was out of town. I called T and I was like, well, we got to address the shit before we start, because if they don't see him up here for a while, the first thing folks gonna say is, "Oh, they didn't fell out. They didn't fell out. They didn't fell out. They didn't finally fell out." No.
Girl, we'd have been all over Lipstick Alley. We'd have been all over Lipstick Alley. I'm telling you. Shall we the trend?
Right. Okay. So I told T, I said, we're gonna go on up there. We ain't gonna get into everything because that's up for Josiah to get into. But we're gonna say enough just to let people know that he is good. He just have to take care of himself, because people don't really realize that when you stress it, you can stress yourself sick.
Yep.
So and that was the main thing that Josiah, before Josiah got into his bag with this situation, you know what I mean? Josiah was telling me, "You gonna stress yourself sick? You doing too much, Scotty." Like you, he'll tell me that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes people need a break. You know what I mean?
That's
and we all got I'm gonna say this too, and I think T can attest to this. We're not at the level of being a content creator to the point to where we can just do this full time. We have 9-to-5 jobs as well that keeps us afloat. You know what I mean?
Right.
And while we make a decent amount of money, because it's not necessarily chump change, in my opinion, we may make a decent amount of money on here, but we have our 9-to-5s to keep us afloat. We don't make enough on here to where we can just quit our jobs and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? We work our 9 to 5s and then we come home and we do this. So that can be a little bit challenging sometimes when you work a 9 to 5 that you know takes a big chunk out of your day, and then you have to come home and do more work. And no one's forcing us to do this. We do it because we want to do it. But it still can be a lot when we're trying to do this and do our 9 to 5 all at the same time. So that's just really it. But at the end of the day, shout out to Josiah. We love Josiah. Josiah would be good when it's time for us to do roaster review again. He'll be back and better than ever. And that's all that matters. But we had to let you guys know, even though he already posted it, but just in case y'all didn't see it on his post, we decided to talk about it up here so you guys can know that me and T are going to carry the show along, you know, at the end of the day. So we're going to carry it while he's gone. And when he's back, he'll jump right back in. Okay. So.
You got a $49.99 super chat. Yes, God, Raven.
Wait a minute, Sean. I didn't see that. Shout out to you, Raven S. We love Josiah too, child. Like we just have to let it be known, because like people be like, just like Mim said on his live the other day with him and Jamie. People say that there's no such thing as real friendship on YouTube. It is, and the three of us are a testament to that. So. Just like me and T both said, Josiah, you are a friend first before this.
Period.
So we want you to get better first before you bring your ass back up here. You ain't gonna be no good to the audience if you not good physically or mentally. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
true.
it. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the show. Like I said, shout out to Josiah, who isn't here with us, but he's definitely still a part of the show. As you can see, his face will remain on the thumbnails and all that stuff. He ain't going nowhere. He just gone through a temporary moment to get himself together. And yes, I hope you guys still support the show while me and T carry it along. This ain't no escape shit. We ain't disliking each other or nothing like that. No.
Right.
This ain't no escape.
Absolutely not.
But anyway, y'all, we're about to go ahead and get into the show. Now, the show opens up with Run Tasha and Taj at this museum in Nashville. Okay. Hold up. Scotty, did you see that person in your Twitter comment saying that Candy must have you on her payroll? I went in on him and I blocked him. Like, no. They was on Twitter saying that? Child, I didn't know the folks was on Twitter saying that. I know somebody said that on YouTube, but I didn't know nobody said that on Twitter, child. But I already knew that was going to happen. I already knew somebody was going to try to say that we was going to be, that I was on her payroll because I interviewed her. I knew that was going to happen, child. That'd be nothing. I already knew that shit was going to happen. Anyway, I wish I was on her payroll. How about that? But anyhow, they at this new museum in Nashville. I think Nashville has this black music museum or something like that. And they look at the wall and they see like their faces on the wall, SWV on the wall, Xscape on the wall. And you know, Tasha was like, you know, what she say? She was like, my grandkids couldn't see that I'm on the wall. I'm like, and I'm like, Tasha, are you gonna tell your grandkids how you stole they great auntie $30,000? Where's Tamika's money?
Where the money at, friend?
Where the money? Where's Tamika's money at?
Where the money at, friend? I can't even believe that, Tasha.
Like, I mean, that's what we're trying to understand. You talking about what your grandkids gonna see? Your grandkids gonna find out that you stole that $30,000 from your sister. That's what your grandkids gonna find out before they look at that damn wall.
Child.
So then they start talking about Tasha's issues with Tamika. And even when Latasha is sitting up here talking to Taj, she's still giving out vague answers. The only thing that she could say was she disrespected my mama. Why she disrespected your mama? Did she really disrespect your mama?
But you don't think it's more disrespectful the fact that you took $30,000 of my money and then our mama is basically an accomplice to it because y'all breaking her off a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, one disrespect deserves another. Listen, and I ain't saying that I wanted Tasha to cuss to cuss Mammy Wig out. I ain't saying none of that. But if she did, I wouldn't have nothing to say to her. I wouldn't have nothing to say to her. I would not get up here and utter a word against Tamika. I wouldn't, because my whole thing is we only seeing 6 episodes of what this woman been going through her whole life.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And then
and
on top of
where the
that,
money at, friend?
and on top of that, whenever she, just like somebody said in the comment section, whenever she do interviews and she don't never answer the question. She just always like dances around the question. She'll say it's a no, but then dance around the question. So won't nobody say nothing about her husband. Girl, your husband has a lot to do with it.
In my opinion, and I've been said that, I thoroughly believe Tasha wouldn't have did that to Tamika if it wasn't for Rocky. No matter how I feel about Tasha, I just don't feel like she would have went that far if it wasn't for him. That's
Mm-mm.
how I feel.
I don't believe she would have either. And I think that he plays a big part in a lot of the issues that her and Tamika have. Because even in the, you know what, we ain't gonna go there yet. We ain't even made it there yet. But all I know is
Okay.
that he is a big reason as to why they have the issues that they got. And we already know that. So, it's kind of like, and then just like Janika said in the chat, and he got a side chick and a baby, allegedly, even though that damn side chick is a bit questionable to me with the way she switches her stories around. But at the same
Mhm.
point in time, Tasha, talk about that. What's going on with that? You got anything to say about that?
How the Motown gospel heathens feel about that? That's what I want to know, sis. They say they only work with people that God sent them. And I still say that's an out and out lie, because God ain't send you no damn Rocky and Bullwinkle. He didn't.
He
God is
definitely
not a God of confusion and mess. I knew then it was shaky and shiesty, and they deserve each other if that's the case.
period. Okay, like girl, bye. Like all she could say is, "Oh, she said something about my mama. She said something about my mama. She said something about my mama." So that's the only thing you're gonna use. So you're gonna use that to try to make your sister look bad to everybody else that she disrespected your mama. Okay, girl. Then you turn around and then you tell Taj that you got a solo deal. Okay, so you can tell somebody from a whole nother group that you got a solo deal, but you can't tell your own group members that you got a solo deal. Be for real.
But what's so funny is people want to call Taj a bone carrier. Now,
I
don't get me wrong.
know.
Don't get me wrong. In some instances, I mean, whatever. But looking at it from Todd's standpoint, and she's a part of a group too, and she also went through the same thing with a group member that just had a solo deal out of nowhere and just sprung it on them out of nowhere and didn't want to be a part of it out of nowhere. I mean, I'm
Say
not
that.
necessarily upset that Todd spilled the beans. I mean, I'm not. Like, y'all don't feel like they deserve to know?
They deserve to
If
know. And they on
yeah.
TV. They're going to find out anyway.
Now Rocky and Tasha giving Ike and Tina. Y'all been saying that a lot. And considering that he went around here threatening women, I don't know. Y'all might be on to something. Now, I don't want to put that on somebody that ain't there, but
Right. It's, girl. Like at the end of the day, Tasha, you got to understand, we didn't want your solo album back in '98, and we don't want it now. Like, but okay, girl, go on, do your little gospel thing or whatever. Go ahead and do your little gospel thing, child. Go right ahead and do that, but the gospel community, child,
well, look, we ain't even got to go there. I know what you finna say. I'm on your side.
another Kimber Real.
Period.
She would fit right in with her. Okay, because
Hmm.
she also does unnecessary runs, but that's another story. Let's get into Coco, her friends Troy and Tamaya. I like that scene. Very relatable, and it reminds me of me, T, and Josiah.
Listen, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Look,
Oh,
I had to redo my video because that part went left in my video because I gagged Coco to pieces when she let that cat out the bag. And I said I'm not gonna do that. I ain't do that on my channel, and I ain't gonna do that here. I appreciate Coco for not being scared to say, listen, I got something special going on with me or whatever the case may be, and I got that check, and I'm feeling good, and so and so and so. I was glad that she did that. I hope anybody else that may be going through what Coco's going through and they're scared to go get seen or talk to somebody or whatever, I really do hope that they look at her and they just be like, all right, I'll go. Coco did it. I'll
right.
go on ahead and go seriously. I really do hope people take heed to that. Like, I feel like that was brave for her to come out here and say, because it's folk like me that would that listen. That first video, I couldn't let that go. All I want to know, Coco, is who was it? That's all I want to know. Who
like
was it?
I was thrown. I was like blown away when she said that it still get wet. I'm like, girl, you better let the people know you still get wet at the age of 50, girl. We all want to be like you
Well,
at
it
50.
do. Well, it do.
I never said it.
They say you at your most sexual peakness and desires when you like in your 50s. They say you really want. That's what they say. I don't know. I ain't been there, but that's
We,
what a lot of older folks say.
yeah, we not there yet. It's gonna take us a minute before we get there, but I
I
do know.
believe Coco though.
I do know in my 30s, mine is a little higher than it was in the 20s. I will say that because
See, that's how I start. That's exactly how I start. You're gonna be
I
like
will
Coco when you
say
50.
that. That's why I said that conversation reminds me of me, you, and Josiah. That's the type of conversation. But I am glad that she did touch on her bipolar disorder. Like I said in my live on the show, I speak on my depression all the time. And it's like, a lot of the times as Black people, we don't like to talk about
Right.
depression. We rather keep it to ourselves, to be honest. And, and T does notice this, as I said in my review, like I sit up and be suffering in silence for a long time, and by the time I get ready to tell T get T be like, "Well, bitch, why you didn't tell me that? Why you didn't tell me that?" I'm like, "Cause I don't want nobody. I don't want to burden nobody with my issue. Bitch, ain't nobody. You ain't burdening me. All this other stuff." He be getting so mad with me. But it's just that's the thing that annoys everybody with me, is that I don't really like to talk about my issues. But sometimes talking about it, you never know how you can help somebody. So that's why now when I do my reviews and it's something like this that I can relate to, I always touch on the forms of like depression and stuff like that. And maybe with the way Coco used to carry on back in the day, this may be the reason why. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right. That's what I was saying.
yeah, so like that was a good thing to see her talk about it. But see, like I said, SWV and Xscape, I like this show a whole lot. And another thing about it is people was mad at me because, well, no, not mad at just me. They was mad at you too. Remember on Thursday, they had some troll on Twitter tag just about our whole crew in the tweet. But see, they got your Twitter name wrong. See, they think your Twitter name is give you the real tea. It is not. So they called
Yeah.
themselves trying to tag you, but they didn't really tag you. But they tagged me, they tagged you, they tagged Niecy, they tagged Jamie, they tagged Bundy, they tagged El Teddy, they tagged Josiah, they tagged Sakina.
What?
They tagged all they were so mad. They tagged Rodney. Who else did they tag in that one post? It was so many of us. C Diggy, they tagged him too, going in on us because we said that we are enjoying this show more than we enjoyed Potomac. And none of us seen the post until Niecy responded to it. So when Niecy responded to it, I said, Niecy, I never would have seen this post if you never would have responded to it. And then Sakina was like, okay, exactly. And then C. Diggy came behind us and said, right, but let me block them now. And then we all blocked them.
So they mad because we
We
have
like
more
this.
fun with this than line ass Potomac, where nothing this season is real. They're mad
Nothing.
because we. I mean, well, hey, I get. Look, I guess, friend, good. Stay away. Stay away, because you're right. I'm having a jolly good time reviewing this show. I
When
gotta
I
be honest. This
say
is the
they
most fun I've had.
tag, when I say they tagged all of us, they tagged all of us. And when you looked at that, and I decided, hold on, who the fuck is this? Before I blocked them, I went to go see what they were talking about. They spend a whole day tweeting YouTubers all day about what they don't like about them all day. All day. I wouldn't be surprised if that was that bitch that said that shit about Josiah. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway,
Probably.
that might be the same one. But
Probably.
anyway, I like the fact that SWV and Xscape is on this show together, because with Xscape, you get all the drama. But with SWV, you get a little light, you get a little bit of
Right.
real life situation. So it's a big contrast to what we see with Xscape. So you got Xscape to carry the show with the drama, but you got SWV to show a little bit more positive things, with that. So SWV is in Pittsburgh. They're performing, they're doing a show as they always do. And now we get into this whole scene with Tamika and Mama Gloria, child. When Mommy Dearest, when she first walked in the room, it was very awkward. They had this awkward ass hello and all of this stuff. Then they address, here she go. I hate her voice, first of all. Love you, Tamika, but that voice that Mommy Dearest got, I can't. She was like, I just want to know what's going on between me, you, and Tasha. So as Tamika is trying to explain herself, Mommy Dearest keeps cutting her off. How you gonna ask me a question about what's going on with us and you're not letting me speak? Make it make sense. Why are you not letting me say what I gotta say? You're further proving her point as to why y'all got an issue. You're further proving her point as to why y'all don't really have the relationship that you feel that she needs to have with you. Just like she said, you allow Tasha to express herself, but you don't let me express myself. I let Tasha express herself because she don't come at me disrespectful. What you got to say about that, T? Before I even go into that whole, I am the fifth member, all that other bullshit she was doing.
Now listen, I can't believe you just skated by her tripping over her BS and them kitten heels. Like, I can't believe you skated right by that. See, that was all that BS, them lies, them fables, them falsehoods, them fairy tales, and them fallacies, and most importantly, them insecurities that you was tripping on before you walked up in that woman's house. See, God was trying to warn you before you walked up in there by tripping you up. But see, if you really got God in you, you would have known that beforehand. So your attitude and your spirit, when it came down to your daughter, would have been much more differently than you sitting there basically still trying to, like, the fact that it took for Tamika to just like shrivel down and shrink down like a little 5-year-old. It was just so it was, and like, see me the way I'm built and set up. My mom, I love Joy saying, you know I love you down, baby. But you also know you would have had to get your ass up out my house. Because what we not finna do, you not finna disturb no peace where I lay my head. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, wherever. I don't want that type of energy here. And if you come in with that, like, it was almost like she wanted that to happen just so that it could be over with.
Right.
But see what got, we go get to what got it. Go ahead.
All I gotta say is this: she cooked for your ass, Mommy Dearest. I wouldn't have cooked for you. We would have ate a Lunchable and had a conversation. Because you don't deserve
Not
my
a
damn
lunch.
cookie. We would have had a damn lunchable with a Capri Sun having that
Not
conversation.
a lunch.
I'm just saying. Oops. What the
Child.
hell happened with my camera? Hold on. I'm just saying. Oops. Wrong camera. What the fuck? I'm just saying though, like, it's just like for me, it's like, girl, really? Why my camera acting a fool like this?
Listen, if I was a Mammy Wig, I wouldn't have ate nothing from around there because I'd have thought she'd try to do something to me. We just came off of an argument. Now you want to bring me over here to some food? I tell you this though, I wouldn't blame Tamika if she did it. But we're gonna move on because we don't condone that around here.
No, we don't. But Mommy Dearest just was doing too much, and then not to mention, this is the thing that got me. I am the fifth member. I am the fifth member. I am the fifth. Girl, is this a Black History speech? Like,
What's the fifth member? What's the fifth member name? What's the fifth member name? You know who? I can't never think of her name. What's the fifth member
Tan.
name? Tan. That's the fifth member. Mammy Wig. That's the fifth member, not you. If we're gonna go there, let's go there. She's the fifth member. And I would love to know her story. I want to know why they booted her up out of there. It's because she couldn't sing that good. What was it?
Right. Like, from what they were saying, from what Mama Joyce said.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
From what Mama Joyce said on song, she said that the manager felt like Tan wasn't a real singer. That's what Mama Joyce said. She said that's what the manager said.
I don't know. I ain't never heard her sing, so I don't know.
I mean, I ain't never heard her sing either. I just know that she's a businesswoman now.
Oh, she didn't try to break it to singing. Well, Mammy Joyce might be. She might be telling the truth about it, but that's neither here. That's neither here nor there. Mammy Sally Beauty Supply, you wrong as hell. That is the fifth member, not you.
That's just like somebody saying, I am the fourth member of Roast Review. I am the fourth. There is no fourth member of Roast Review, honey. No. Okay, absolutely not. There is no fourth member of Roast Review. Like, I am the fifth member. I am the fifth. Like, girl, what?
She says she feels like that because she put the microphone in her hand and introduced her to singing. You introduced her to singing. But you didn't introduce her to that group, and I know you didn't because they couldn't even listen to secular music. Right. So I know damn well you wouldn't have approved of anything that came off of that first album. Let's not go there.
You are not the fifth member. They would not be singing no damn "You're My Little Secret" if you were the fifth member. Girl, bye.
Your ex-husband would have. That's right. You know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna go there. That's not cool. Don't forget that.
I believe Gloria is fucking with my shit because my camera keep fucking up, child. Let me stop talking about her.
Yeah, we could go ahead and move on if you want to. Because they went on ahead and let bygones be bygones, but I don't believe none of it. I think she just did that to shut her up on camera. That's honestly how I feel. I don't bit more believe that she done had a change of heart by seeing Tamika cry, because I'm sure she's seen her cry about that.
She probably loves seeing her cry.
Yeah, probably. There are some parents that's like that.
It probably made her day. And then she's sitting up here apologizing to Tamika. Like, she ain't apologized for the favoritism. You my baby girl. You always will be my baby. Like, here she go with this damn 12 years a slave ass line that she wanna, the 12 years of slave dialogue that she wanna use up here. Like, girl, like
with the wig to match.
With the wig to match. Like, girl, like what are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, listen. Mommy Dearest got to go.
Got to. She got to get out of there. Her and her Kato's fashions got to go. You make too much money to be wearing Kato's fashions.
Not Kato's.
But then again, look at that. But then again, look at that dusty dust rag you got on your damn head. So what could I expect? I just want
to see her and Mama Joyce go back and forth. That's all I want to see. I want to see them.
I want Mammy Joyce to read her. This will be the one time I would be on Mammy Joy's side. I will go up for her, and she just straight up laid her out.
Oh my
I wouldn't have nothing to
goodness.
say.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Oh my god. Not you being on Team Mama Joyce if that happened. But I think everybody would be on
I'm
that
on Mama
team.
Joe's side. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into Candy and Taj. Now, over at Candy House, Candy trying to play the lottery. And I'm like, girl, what the hell is you playing the lottery ticket for? Baby, you the lottery ticket. Like, girl, what is you playing the lottery for? But I guess more money ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be playing the lottery too. Even if I did have Candy's type of money, I'd still be somewhere playing the lottery, child. Who knows? But Taj comes in. Taj tells Candy about the Africa trip and how it was performing for the African Prince and stuff. And then that's when Taj turned around and said that, you know, I ran into your girl in Nashville. And then she was like, who, Tasha? She was like, yeah. She was like, she's doing a solo deal. And so Candy wasn't even surprised.
Yeah.
Because she said, this is history repeating itself. Wait a minute, I got a super chat. Y'all really coming through with the super chats tonight. Thank you. Is it I'll just say Fulton. Thank you, Fulton. Scotty, y'all have my face and stomach hurting from laughing so hard. A wire hanger. I love it. Listen, we gotta keep this show funny and alive while Josiah isn't here with us to do the show.
Right.
We gotta keep it coming. But
Right.
But what was she saying? Oh yeah, Candy said that this is the same thing she did back in '98 when she got her first solo deal, and she turned around and started treating them like shit, and then was doing stuff behind their back. Now here's the thing that people don't understand. People keep on saying, "Well, Candy had a solo album. Why the hell couldn't Tasha have one?" It's not. If y'all listen well, you would understand what the issue was. They went into their third album knowing that Tasha was going solo. They went into it knowing she was going solo. Even Tiny tells the same story. Tasha walked in the room while they was having the meeting. She was like, I just came here to tell y'all that I'm going solo. And I mean, you know, Candy, you can do your little modeling thing or whatever it is you do. And then she said, you know, and Tiny and Tamika, y'all can go and have more babies. Anytime you talk to somebody like that, you just know you finna be on. Oh, you just know you finna be on. And was off. Because the album never came the fuck out. Period. Okay? First of all, there go another super chat. Y'all coming through tonight.
Yeah.
Finally caught this roast. I'm so glad you guys put me on this show because it is a key. Love you guys and sad JoJo couldn't be here. We sad too, but he'll be back. Mm-hmm. He got to take care of himself first. That's all that matters. Not only that, they knew she was going solo, and Candy felt like if you're gonna do your solo album and it pops off, you not coming back. And I'm sure she wasn't gonna come back to the. Y'all can't tell me that girl was coming back to this group. Y'all can't tell me that. Do you think she was gonna come back to the group? You think so?
No. Hell no. Hell no. She never. It would have been. It'd have been another Beyonce and Destiny's Child situation. She wouldn't have came back around there at all. And I'm gonna tell you something else. She's so nasty and messed up in her spirit. She'll probably do anything she could to try to throw it in their faces.
Thank you for the super chat. Y'all really. I ain't never got this many super chats before, child. Shit. But and shout out to the 500 people that's in the chat, you guys. Shout out to y'all, honey. Y'all really love this roasted review, honey. I am so happy, child, because we, like I keep telling y'all, we wasn't expecting all this. But the first episode got y'all. Why y'all still watching that first episode? I almost had 20K, child. Damn. Shit.
Hey, y'all can go around there and watch the second one.
Watch the second one on T-Page too. Watch the second one.
Child.
But yeah, so not only that, because the money was dwindling, even Candy said she was going broke. Candy had just bought a house right before the third album. She bought a new house. So it's like when Latasha said that she was going solo and they went into Traces on My Lipstick or whatever, and Tasha said she didn't want to do no promotions for the album. After My Little Secret, that was it for Traces on My Lipstick. They were supposed to do the softest place on earth video. Latasha didn't even show the fuck up. So promotion was over with for at that point, and she wasn't performing no more with them. She wasn't attending award shows with them no more. So Candy was like, "Bitch, we in a group already. We ain't making that much money. Latasha done fucked up our money. We were supposed to negotiate our contract and get all these millions of dollars and stuff like that." And then now we can't get those millions of dollars because your ass decided to say, "Well, I want a solo deal because I think I'm the Kelly Price of the." No, I'm sorry. I think I'm the Beyonce of the group when I'm really effing white of the damn group. So I'm finna
I'm
give me
dead.
a solo deal. Thank you, Julia Juice, for subscribing to the platform. Thank you. Because I
Yeah,
think
should
I'm
I
better than
see?
the group. I think I'm better than y'all. So I'm finna give me a solo deal. If I was Candy, I would be mad too. That's just like if me, T, and Josiah was a group and we had a deal, and my selfish ass decide that I'm gonna go solo after the three of us have already discussed negotiating our contract to get more money, and I decided I want to do something by myself. So because I decided to do something by myself, they say, "Well, we don't know how long y'all gonna stay together because we can't even get to this third album good enough, and one person already trying to go out and do a solo deal." I can understand T and Josiah being mad with me about that. I'm just saying. I can see T cussing me the fuck out now. Bitch, you fucked up our money, bitch. We was talking about, like, I would be mad too. So at this point, Candy was like, "I gotta get me some money. Like, the money is going away. Like, I'm losing money. Like, I gotta do something." She wrote no, her and Tiny wrote no scrubs that got them the money that they needed, and it
Mhm.
kind of put her in another place. So being that she was writing songs for a lot of artists that was on the Columbia record label, not So Def, where Latasha was signed to for a solo deal, but Columbia, the parent label, okay, they gave Candy a solo deal because of the songs that she was writing already. She was already getting hits
Right.
with NSYNC, Pink, Mariah Carey, TLC. No Scrubs was like the biggest song out there. So it's just like, girl, what are you talking about? So it's kind of like, girl, like what are you saying? What are y'all saying? It's not about Tasha wanting to go solo. If you want to go solo, go ahead, do that. But have the group informed on what you want to do. It's all about the way you do shit. And look at how she doing it. She's going behind their backs to do it. And somebody from a whole nother group got to tell them that y'all group member going solo. Why they ain't hear from her?
But my whole thing to Tasha is, girl, you really chose this to be your storyline 30 something years later. You still searching and chasing waterfalls. OMG, Tasha. Like, I just, like, for me, I just, myself personally, knowing me, that would have been the first thought in my head. Like, this really got to go right for me because I'm coming with the exact same shit.
Right.
Like, so this got to come through for me. For me, it's just sad. Like, I just feel like if we didn't want to hear you back when you was in your 20s, what the hell make you think we want you in your 50s? Girl, gospel and that. We don't
And girl, you had a solo album called Solo Flight 404 that dropped in Atlanta only, and it's on Apple Music. So if y'all want to hear her solo album with secular music, you go to Apple and find it. The song Still Ghetto was a bop, though. I used to like it. They used to play it on the radio down here. It came out in 2003. I actually liked it. It's called Still Ghetto. She was trying to, piggyback off a Thug Holiday with that song. She even started it off with.
Child, girl, please. Latasha ain't worth two dead flies squashed. All right. I'm not going around there listening to nothing that she got. I don't care. It's free. I ain't going nowhere around it. No, I did it one time with that gospel song. Like I said, I mean, I did a little Baptist shimmy sham to it, a little one, but
Not a Baptist
it's
shimmy
just something.
sham.
You know what I mean? But if it's anything I put into my playlist and have into rotation, no, ma'am. It's not like I heard a word from Michelle Williams. Now that right there, now
I
that
got
now
I
see if
got
you
that
say stuff like that,
album. I got that
me
album. I got that album,
too.
child. I got that album. Period. Okay.
But
I
it's
have
all
that
good,
album.
Tasha. I'm not mad at. I agree with you though, Scotty. I'm not mad at Latasha for wanting to do her Beyonce. I want to go solo. That's what you want to do. That's fine. But be woman enough to grab your clit by its and go in there and let the people know. Listen, it's no shade. I love y'all, but this is something that I really want to do, and this is what I'm doing. However they take it, they take it. But at least it would have came from you versus somebody completely different.
Right.
I would have been more pissed about it coming from Taj than hearing about that. I just would have been pissed that it came from her. To be honest, if it was me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like and I think that's what people are not getting is that they think that everybody's mad just because she doing a solo album. It really ain't got nothing to do with her just doing a solo album. It's the way she's going about doing the solo album. Like if you in a group, you gotta, run things by the group. If y'all doing business together, they're just like with the three of us. Like when we do roaster review, I do everything. You know what I mean? we do everything, and we let each other know what we want to do or whatever. So it is what it is. So it is what it is. Like, but people don't realize that. Let's see. What else do we got? Okay, so then Candy starts telling the history of Tasha with the solo deals and stuff like that. And Taj was saying that she agrees with how Candy feels because they felt the same way when Coco got her.
The same thing. Which was my thing to Tasha. Why would you tell Taj that? I'm sure that probably struck a small chord with Taj. I know it did. Because it's like, because I know in that moment, Tasha was like, well, it ain't finna be no show. It ain't finna be no one night lonely. We can forget that. Like, I know that's what she thought in that moment.
Right. Period. Let's see. Taj was like, well, if Tasha not gonna do it, then we're gonna have to continue on with or without her and just be creative with this shit. And I'm just like, period.
Yeah, ain't they no performed without Tasha plenty of times.
Right. So go on do your thing. Like Tasha don't want to be there. Y'all ain't gotta force her hand. Y'all ain't gotta beg her because that's what she wants y'all to do. She wants y'all to beg her to come back because she thinks she's the voice. She said it multiple times already. She said it on Still Kicking the Show. I am the voice of Xscape. What you are is the runs of Xscape. That's what you are. You're not the voice. Okay. Like stop.
And the thief. And the thief and the grand larceny too, because you well past the grand larceny thing. You are $30K. So you need to be glad that it's your sister. But even though it is your sister, no, I'm sorry. It could 30. Like I say, I know people right now getting powed over $3, and you ran out here and took $30,000 of your sister's money.
Right.
I tell you one thing, if you hit big on this record, the first thing you better do is pay your sister back that money.
Give her back her money. Give Tamika back her money. What is Jeremy's name on Twitter? Tamika's routing number.
Yeah, Tamika's routing number. What's the route number, friend? Dear Lord God Almighty.
I'm so tickled. I'm so tickled. Oh my God. But honestly though, even when Xscape do their interviews without Tasha, the vibe is so positive. Like they seem like they get along better without her ass. So it's like, girl,
Tamika can handle your part. Tamika can handle your part. She's done it before and killed.
And she didn't have to do all them damn Mount Zion runs that you do on every fucking song. She didn't have to do that. Okay. So we get into Lily and Kyrie. It was good to see Kyrie again because the last time we saw Kyrie was on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, so that was the last time we seen him. It was good to see him. They started talking about Kyrie's music career and basically in so many words, Lily saying that she doesn't want Kyrie to lean on her just for her connections. She wants him to go out and do it on his own. And I understand that.
Me too.
Because just because somebody is your mama, your auntie, your daddy, that don't mean that you need to, live off their connections and get what you need to get off of them and off their backs. Because, it's just like, for me, I don't know. It's like, I even use Reggie for an example because Reggie got a YouTube channel now. And I was like, the same way I got it out the dirt, I expect for him to get it out the dirt too. I'm not going to go the extra mile. Now, I will help him with certain things that he needs for me to help him out with. I share his stuff and all that. I'll give him all the advice he needs. But he has to, get it out the mud just like I did. Just because he's my cousin, that don't mean I got to go and do all this extra shit. Hell no, bitch. Go out here and get it on y'all.
And that what was getting me, because there were some people who felt like, well, why do black people, why do we always gotta do that to each other? She can help out him, if it was a other race and did it. Can we stop doing that? Like I hate when we do that. Like that's almost as if you see somebody drink a whole bottle of damn bleach, you gonna do it too. Like that.
Right.
To me, that's what that's like. I understand what Coco is saying, because it's like the music industry is a cutthroat thing.
It is.
And the one thing that you always want to be known as is you holding your damn own. You don't want to be in your 30s walking into a studio session and then people feel like, well, I know you here because of who your mama is. Like, I don't know why y'all want that for somebody. So, and that's what not Coco, that's what Lily was saying. Getting it on your own, it will have nothing to do with me, period.
Right.
It will be all you.
Point. That's my whole point. Especially, like, that's why I brought Reggie up, because I want Reggie, while he's on YouTube doing his thing, I want him to carve out his own identity. I don't need nobody saying that's Scotty cousin, that's Scotty cousin, that's Scotty cousin, that's like, no, like, I want him to get it on his own. I already put him on the panels and let him come up there and get a little bit of visibility. Now he's trying to work on his own stuff while we're all on hiatus right now. And his channel is not just going to be all about reviews like ours is. Reggie is a musician as well, so he's trying to push his music too. And so it's like, I don't want his identity to be, colliding with mine so he can have his own identity. Because bad enough, when we were kids, we was always together and we didn't really get to have our own identity. It was always Scotty and Reggie, but it wasn't about Reggie and it wasn't about Scotty. It was always us all the time. So with him doing this, I don't want nobody looking at him like that. Oh, you want to hear because Scotty put you here. But no, I don't know. Right. So I get why Lily is saying that, because she don't want nobody to do that to her son. And sometimes you could be overshadowed. Your kids can be overshadowed by you because of who you are. Hey, Nikki. That could be overshadowed because of who you are. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of kids, just like P. Diddy, his son Sean, he a rapper, but I don't hear nothing from him. I really be hearing. Last time I heard something from him was on Tiana Taylor's song, "How You Want It" or something like that, and he sounded just like his fucking daddy. I ain't heard nothing else from him.
And I understand what you mean about nepotism. I listen. I'm not saying that y'all are wrong. Fine, but I'm not gonna villainize Lily for saying no, because it wasn't just given to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just like, at the end of the day, you will appreciate it more getting up, grinding for it. I promise y'all, you will appreciate it more getting it on your own versus it being handed to you, because it doesn't mean that much when it's handed to you. You didn't work for it. It ain't the same as you did this shit.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I would take the greatest satisfaction out of knowing, my mama could have did it because she know people or whatever, but I did this.
Right.
So I get what y'all saying, but
I could understand her like opening up a door for him to walk in. Once he walk in that door into that building, he got to make his own way through that building. Yeah, she can open up the door for him. Yes. But he got to, it's all about how he walks to that building and works that building. She already did what she had to do by opening up the door. What happened?
That's what Tara just said. Tara said she already gave him connection on growing up hip hop.
Well,
I mean, that right there vindicates Lily and her feelings. That's how I feel.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. So, and then someone said, Lily is giving him exposure, but he has to do exactly the same way. By me putting my cousin on my panel was a way to give him exposure. You feel what I'm saying? That's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he got the exposure off the whether you like it or not panel. Now it's his turn to work it the way he needs to. When the hell did we get to 685 people in here? Oh, we're at 649 now. God damn, when that happened?
Hey, 649, y'all
Oh,
doing shit?
yeah. What the hell? Okay, y'all tuning in, honey.
Sorry, y'all
But
got to see me in this scarf, girl, but my head ain't dead.
but you know, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you can open up doors for a person, but you don't have to do all the groundwork for them. Once you open that door, it's up to them to walk through it and do what they need to do with it. That's
Mm-hmm.
really what it matters. That's really how it goes down, honestly. So he got to find his own way. If she already gave him the connections, it's up to him to work it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she wants to write erotic love stories. I could see her doing it. Can't nobody
Me
else
too,
do that but her.
and I'll be all here for. I will be down for it, Lily. I'll be down for it, Sister Hot Puss. Yes, God, I'll be
What?
all down for it. Do your
Now,
thing, Lily.
now somebody in the chat said that Kyrie was fine, and he is. I just want to
He
agree
is.
with that. He is. I've
He
always said he
is.
was.
He is. Most
He is.
definite.
Lily started telling the story of how she struggled after SWV, how she had to sleep in her car, how she was homeless, all of that stuff. And this is the thing about, and this is partially why Coco doesn't want her son to be in the music industry, because it's not necessarily guaranteed. You know, when you in the music industry, you got to have more than just your music. You got to get into some business shit. You got to get some
Yeah.
endorsements. You got to
Yeah.
create a product. You got to do a whole lot of stuff to keep yourself afloat, only due to the fact that this music shit ain't always going to be what it is all the time. You're going to be hot for, everybody has their moment where they're hot for a while. But after a while, you're going to cool down at some point.
Mm-hmm.
SWV broke up and Lily didn't have nothing else but SWV. So once the shit was done with SWV, she had to get it on her own. She had to sleep in them cars sometimes, you know, and then when she started going to work and getting a real job, she was talking about how the people at her job would laugh at her because they heard her song on the radio. And if I was Lily, I would have said, yeah, bitch, I'm here with y'all, but bitch, you hear my song on the radio. You ain't got no song on the radio. What you talking about?
Right. Right.
Shit, what you
And
mean?
who laughs and make fun at a grown ass woman for getting up, getting a job to provide for themselves? Who makes fun of that?
That's what I'm saying. Idiots.
And I
People who ain't
respect
never been in
Lily.
that position. People who ain't never been in that position. That's all that is. People who ain't never been in that position to go through no shit like that. That's all that is. Like, girl, bye. Like, what are you saying? So it's just like, I felt Lily on that, because you never know what a person is going through. And even with Taj, when the group first broke up, you know, SWV first broke up for her, she went and got her a job too.
Yeah.
She went and got a
Then
job
she met
herself.
their husband.
Then she met her husband.
That should have been my husband, because he's still fine, child. He
And
got
he's
a
still
body of
fine.
God.
He is still
Child,
fine, honey. He is
Taj,
still
I'm gonna get
fine.
off your husband. I'm gonna get off your husband.
But but Lily has always told this story, and I don't doubt not one strand of that story. I definitely believe that that's what happened. Yeah, like somebody said in the comments, that's just like how people were trying to clown that dude that played Alvin from the Cosby Show when he was working at Trader Joe's. After the shit is over, you gotta get some money somewhere.
Yeah. You got to.
You gotta get
Like,
some money somewhere. Like, you not in the industry no more, so you gotta get it the way you need to get it. It is what it is. Hey,
and I can tell you this. I'm sure y'all words don't hurt nearly as much as hearing the songs on the radio and knowing that's what it was, or seeing yourself on TV on an episode and knowing what it used to be. I think that hurts way worse than you laughing at me about it. Honestly.
Right. Because they know where they used to be at one point in time, and now we're here, and you know, but like somebody said, this is why Candy had to come up with a plan B. She had to come up with different shit. This
Yeah.
music industry don't owe your ass shit. And when you not hot no more, they don't care.
Mm-hmm. Damn
You
sure
lucky
don't.
to you lucky to get on some damn throwback tour with a bunch of acts that ain't been active in a while. You lucky to do that because that's where really the money is at. In writing your
Yeah.
own shit and going on tour. That's really where the
Yeah.
money at, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, period. That's where all the
Oh
money at.
yeah. All artists will tell you that. All the money touring. That's why Beyonce doing 50 million shows all of a sudden. The money. I don't blame.
Like with K Michelle, for example, this woman is not on TV. She ain't got no hit record out, ain't got no album out, but her tour that she on is sold out. So when people call her a flop and all this other shit, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about her being a flop. They still buy them damn tickets to go see her ass get on that stage and sing. It don't matter. Every time I go to
Better
a K
believe it.
Michelle show, the whole damn arena or theater, wherever the fuck is that, is full. Every time me and Jamal going to a show in 2 weeks in Atlanta. Sure is. We're going.
Mhm.
We're going, okay? We are going, honey. So at the end of the day, like K Michelle write her own music. That's why she was one of the people who was saying, I write my own shit. I do my own tours. Even Funky Dineva commented on K Michelle and how she always gets all her money. That's why you never hear about her going through no money issues because she does a lot of shit by herself and she's independent now. So when you end up people clown independent artists because they don't have no machine behind them. But these days, it's just better to be independent than it is to be signed to a major. It just is.
Who are greedy
Like,
crumb snatchers and vampires that's gonna rob you tooth and nail. They're gonna squeeze whatever they can squoze up out you.
exactly. And even there's some content creators that have millions of subscribers that even stated that there were major networks trying to buy their show, but they decided that, oh no, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna stay on
And I don't
YouTube.
blame them. Yep. I don't blame them.
Because once they buy your show, you no longer have control over that show no more. So you gotta do what the fuck they say. You gotta water yourself down. You gotta do this. You gotta water yourself down. You gotta do what they want to do because they're gonna get most of the money anyway. You see how when Wendy Williams got her show, she was nothing like she was on the radio.
Right. Right.
She was still messy, but it wasn't the same type of messy that we heard on the radio. It just wasn't the
Right.
same. It wasn't the same messy. Like, I don't want nobody buying Scotty by Nature TV either. But now, if you want me to host your red carpet, I'll do that. If you want me to
hmm
host your show, I'll do that. If you want me to
Right.
do, like a little segment, with social media people or influencers that talk about your reality show, I sit in the chair and do that all day. But you ain't finna buy my show now. You ain't finna be able to tell
Mhm.
me what to do on my shit.
Period.
Absolutely not. I would rather have a podcast or something. I don't want no network trying to buy me out for nothing. If you want me to host something, fine, I'll do that. You want me to do this? Okay. But as far as this, no. I'm
Mhm.
good.
I agree.
People rather do, like, a lot of people rather do independent shit. Even when K Michelle did have a record deal, she was paying for her own music videos anyway.
Right.
And she owned her publishing. So it's like, that's why you got to have other avenues. Like, I'm glad that now that she's, as far as Lily is concerned, now that she's back with SWV and they're doing shows, and now she's trying to get into the whole erotica love stories and shit like that. You never know who will buy that shit. You don't know what market that may be. I'm pretty sure that when Candy did the bedroom Candy, she didn't think nobody was gonna buy that shit like that, but it did. It was lucrative for her. So you have to find different avenues when you're doing stuff like this. Like, just, okay, we want to be musicians. That's cool. But try to write your own shit. If the song don't make your album, send it to another artist. Like, that's, do you.
Mhm.
Okay. So we get into Latasha and Rocky. Latasha in the studio singing this. I don't know what the fuck she was singing. I guess it was supposed to be an upbeat Kirk Franklin type of church song, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Then Rocky comes in and he asked, they was talking about how they have a meeting about the SWV and Xscape show. And Rocky was like, well, do you want to do it? Here she go. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
My thing is, why do we always have to see Rocky? I don't even understand why he was in the damn studio section. I don't understand why he had to come in bouncing around like a chimpanzee.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
understand why he had to come up in there messing up the flow and messing up the groove and all that. And it was telling a lot of the times Tasha look embarrassed. I've noticed it. Yeah, Tasha, I noticed, girl. I noticed a lot of times you look at him, you really be embarrassed. Like, do you got to do all that? Does it got to be that serious? But you just don't want to say nothing. Mm, that's telling too.
And then Pete Gang, did you hear how he called her anime while she was in the booth?
And that's telling too.
Mm.
Not saying anything, not putting nothing out there. I ain't putting on nobody that ain't there. I'm just.
But you heard it right. Just let it
Mm,
be known that okay. I was just trying to make sure I wasn't the only one that
mm.
heard that. Because he definitely called her anime. And I'm like, anime?
That's what
Who
he said.
does that? Anime. And I'm like, you giving more validity to all the shit that we've been saying about you. Like, you do give an Ike Turner tea anyway. So it's like,
And your hoes.
girl. Uh,
Because she came up here and said on multiple occasions that you threatened her. She made sure to let it be known that you threatened her. Okay?
do
Now,
you
well, no
believe
matter
it?
how I feel about
Do you believe it?
it, that I believe. Now, a lot of the other stuff, girl, back. But that whole threatening thing, yeah, I do believe that.
He
I
said
do.
all that.
She done came back out and stirred this messed up again. Yeah, I believe it. He threatened Nikki Gilberg husband. He threatened the
Sure
other man, made him
did.
stroke out.
Sure
Like
did.
yeah. See, so I
Sure did. I'm so glad you brought that up. And I was glad that Tamika brought it up because I literally said that. I think on the very first roast review, I said that he did that. And I said that because I remember when R&B Divas Atlanta was filming. That's back when Funky Dineva, back when I was heavy on Funky Dineva back then. Okay. I was watching Funky Dineva every damn
right.
day. I was reading his blogs every day. That's when I was heavy on Funky Dineva back then, okay? I was looking at Funky Dineva's blog, and he actually reported that shit, basically saying that he did pull a weapon out on Nikki Gilbert's husband during the
Mm,
scene on R&B Divas that never aired.
mm,
I wonder why it didn't
shocking.
air.
Mm.
Was it too? Let me see. What am I looking for? Was it too graphic for y'all to air?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. He done set up there $4,000 piece on this man. But I say I want to know what it was for. I mean, like, was it that serious that, or did you really think that your life was in danger, or is you really a punk like that? I mean, which one is it? Was you in danger, or are you a punk like that? Because I think you a punk, not a punk, a punk. I think you's a punk. That's what I think. Not a punk, a
But
punk.
remember though, he had called also in that same season, he had called Kiki White's husband a bitch, even though he kind of was. But still in all, let me see what Sharice just said in the comments. She said Rocky was around Robert Kelly allegedly, and they were saying that Robert Kelly was threatening people. That may be where he got it from.
Remember?
So after that, Latasha was saying that she still ain't told Xscape about the solo album yet. And Rocky gonna tell her, well, no matter what happens, you need to go out there and pull out that mic and show them who the hell you are.
Who the hell is she? A baboon's ass? Because that's all I see when I see her step up on here, and then I see that it reminds me of being with you. They need to put a subliminal picture of a baboon ass right over Tasha face whenever we see them and Rocky together. That's what they need to do, because it's just no way on God's green earth that I couldn't do it. Oh my, I couldn't do it. If I was any relative to Tasha, Rocky would hate me. Rocky would hate me. Rocky would hate me because I promise you, I would give him the living hell. I would. I would.
Listen, he couldn't be my damn brother-in-law.
Mm-mm.
We'll
No,
get
ain't
into
no. I
it.
couldn't do
We'll get into it all the time. Okay, like like we'll get into it from the dump. Okay, like
it.
period. Like
Not the
that's
dope.
why, like for real, we would get into it from the dough because I don't like that shit. And like and to top it all off, you know, I ain't never like none of my sister boyfriends anyway. Not one of them. Not now one of them. Especially the one. Let me not go there. Because I was gonna say something. And I ain't even go, hey Miss Perk. I was finna say something and I ain't finna go there. But that one right there, I can't stand.
Now imagine dealing with that from
Ugh.
back traces of my lipstick to 2023. Imagine getting to deal with that. It ain't no such thing as shaking your head because that's your sister. It ain't like you ain't gonna not deal with your sister.
You saying that to me?
I would hope not. I will hope not. Let me say that. I will hope not.
You know I'm good for not dealing with folks. Now you know I'm good not giving a fuck about you being family or how closely related you are. You know I will not fuck with you if I don't want to. You know I won't now. You know me well enough to know I will not. You know it. You know it.
Child.
So okay, now someone said, oops, wait a minute, that was the wrong one. Someone said that the more the episodes go on, I truly believe what you said, T, in the first review. He has convinced Tasha that he is that he is the best she can do because what? Well,
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That's exactly what I said in the first episode. There's nothing else that could convince me of that because no other woman will put up with half of the shenanigans that she done did. And we already know that she does suffer from insecurity. She's still going through it when she thinks that her sister body shamed her. So she thinks that that's the best he can. And I said that she think that because she's beautiful.
here's this comment. Rocky and Tasha made Kirk and Rashida more bearable to watch, and I hate that I have to speak on them in a positive light.
That's true.
And
That's true.
you know I do not fuck with Adam's apple and Georgia prune. You know I don't. You know I don't. You know I don't. Absolutely not. You know I don't. You know I don't. I don't fuck
But
with them two.
they ain't lying.
Yeah, they not. They not. And I'm gonna go back to this. Let's analyze Tasha for just a second before we move on to the next scene.
Okay.
Tasha met Rocky. She was called the big girl in the group. She had a boyfriend. Rocky came into the picture. Tasha left a boyfriend for Rocky. Rocky was the one who helped her get fit, lose weight, all of that stuff, and helped her out, builded up her confidence, and she's still with him after all these years. She probably feels indebted to him in a way because he was the one who lifted her up and got her self-esteem going. Because and don't make it no better. Trust and believe me, it don't. But I believe that's the reason why she feels like she probably feel like ain't nobody gonna treat her, ain't nobody gonna make her feel the way that he has made her feel, make her feel better about herself. I'm trying to make some type of sense of it, but it looks like I'm not doing a good job at that.
No. I'm not gonna say that. There, you are right. You're right. You are. You're right. There are instances where women and sometimes men they do feel indebted to a person. They do. Prime example, Celine and Stevie. That was
Mm.
her whole thing. Did it like, and we say as much as we want about Stevie, but Jocelyn has always made it a point that he got her ass off that play. I mean, he did, and that's why she put up with a lot of the antics and a lot of the foolishness, and she went up for it and she went on ahead and did it, no matter how bad it made her look. And if you ask her why, she said the same thing every time, because this man put me on. He got me up out the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to say that what you're saying is wrong. You're not. There are people that feel that way. I just wish Tasha would really, really like take a step back and really look at herself and understand her worth. If she do that, I promise you, she will look at Rocky and be like, I wasted so many, so many years. I know she probably like, well, where is my ex-boyfriend at? I wonder what he doing now. That's what I want to know. I wonder what he doing now.
I wonder who he was, because why
I
would
wonder
you
who he
leave?
was too.
I don't know how he looked too, because ain't no way in hell I leave somebody for rock ass. I'm just saying.
That's
Just being
right.
real.
Krishan and Blueface, Krishan has said the same thing. Krishan say the same thing every time. He brought her life to where it is now. Then to us, it's the shits. But to her, I mean, being honest, but to her, she has way more than what she used to have.
Which is sad
It's
that
enough
she
for
gotta
her.
look at it like. Which is sad that anybody gotta feel like they gotta take somebody's BS to keep themselves afloat. It's really, I hate that.
I do too. I do
I
too.
really hate that. I really hate that. So, it's so annoying, child. It's just. Because it's much better for them out there. And Tasha, I know I go in on her runs all the time. I'm never gonna stop doing that. But she is a talented person, and she got her own success. And it's like,
Mhm.
what the fuck does Rocky have? He living off of you. He's famous because of
Right.
you. Like,
What does he do? By
I
the
have no
way,
idea what he do. The only thing that I ever known him to do was to work with R. Kelly as a security guard or some shit like that. But other than that, child, what do
oh, so
you
you
do?
was helping him bring them little children around there. See, that's probably why Tamika Tasha going through what she going through too. She reaping some of your damn. Don't do that because we was all thinking it. We was all because I know I did when she made that admission. I said, so what role did he play? Child, you better, Tasha, you better hope and pray. Don't no other R. Kelly special get made and somebody bring that
Oh
man
my
name up. You
god.
better hope and pray that don't happen.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Because I'm telling you, it's going to be some sad singing and flower breaking if that day ever comes, Tasha. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Tasha, it is.
Oh, I'm trying not to laugh. Oh my god.
Nah.
Oh my god. I can't, T. I cannot.
Shit.
But you ain't lying.
They said the same thing. I was about to say he need to be in jail with R. Kelly. Now I ain't saying all that. I ain't
Because he was
saying the
the
man
fit, because
didn't. I ain't saying
he's
that.
still so part of him. Like, I think somebody said, because he was in the news for something. I don't think he was in the news, but I seen somebody post something about him, like openly being supportive of R. Kelly in regards to, like, I think he admitted that he knew that there were kids around, allegedly. I'm saying allegedly to cover myself, but I think he said that he knew that there were kids around. Like, a lot of them said that, like, yeah, there were girls around, like, a lot of them be saying that. So but I don't want to put that off on him. But I do know that a lot of folks was calling him disgusting because he admitted to being around R. Kelly during that time, which he was around R. Kelly during that time. But I don't know how closely he worked with him, though. I'm not going to put no lies out.
Okay, you don't want to get what I got from Jamal Bryant. You know,
Yeah.
emails and stuff. Man. I ain't got no time for all
Yeah,
that. But
I got to cover myself, but I don't know. But you do realize that when Latasha said, I don't even want to say it, but he worked with R. Kelly. Why you don't want to say it, Latasha?
and I want to know your feelings, Tasha. When you heard that and then all this stuff came out, like, what was your feelings about that?
Did
Like,
you
did you
ask
ever look at him
Rocky?
like this?
Did you ask Rocky? Did you know
Yeah,
any of those
like,
girls on Surviving R. Kelly? Did you know any of them? Because I don't care. I know this ain't got nothing to do with SWV and Xscape, but I don't care what nobody say. That girl, Javante, whatever her damn name, I believe every word she said. I believe every
me
word.
too. Me too. Every single solitary word of what she said, Scotty, me too. I believe every word of it.
I
I do
believe
too.
every word she said. Out of all the people that spoke out against him, that
Yeah.
is one person that I believe every last
Everywhere.
word she said. Every
Me too.
last
Me too.
word.
Everywhere she said.
Like from the first time they did the R. Kelly special when she had the damn cornrows in her head, bitch, I believe every word she said. I believe every word she said.
That's
From
real.
the
Me too.
even on this last Surviving R. Kelly that she was a part of, she even called out Diane, Aaliyah Mama. She called out Barry she called them all out, okay? She said Barry Hankerson is full of shit. He knew exactly what was going on. She said that. I believe every word she said. I believe every word she said. I don't care what nobody say.
Well, Tasha, you better hope and pray somebody don't say Rocky Bivens. Because, girl, when they do, Tasha,
Cause
I
your
don't,
ass gonna get roasted all over social media, honey. You gonna get roasted, baby. They gonna
Tasha, I
talk
don't care
about
what
your
I'm
ass.
at. I'm dropping and stopping everything I'm doing to go live to cuss you the hell
I'm gonna
out
take a
if that
break at
ever comes
work. If I'm at work and that shit come out, I'm gonna take a break at work and get this phone and go live. I don't give a damn. Cause listen, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like I said, I believe everything Javante said about that man. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, and what was the other girl named Tiffany? I believe her too.
I
I
believe
believe
Tiffany
both of
too.
them because they was there from the beginning. They was there with the Leah. They know everything. Everything.
Raven said Rocky was R. Kelly's manager for 14 years.
Oh, whatever they said he did, he did. Whatever they say he did that shit, he knew what was going. Oh,
Child, we about to be all up in the shade room tomorrow. Watch what I say. They sat up
don't
here
say
and said
that. Don't
that
say
they did.
that.
I ain't said nothing. We reading the comments. We
That's
ain't said
we ain't saying shit. So
that.
don't you dare put us in this shit because we ain't saying nothing. We just read the comments. We ain't saying
Right.
shit. Okay. So why y'all keep calling this man great gravel? Why you keep calling him
I'm
Rocky
dead.
Gravel?
I am dead.
They said Gravel Bivens was his business manager. Mm-mm. He was allegedly at the what wedding? I know you
What
ain't talking about the
way?
Aaliyah wedding. I know you're not talking about that one because if he was, I'm screaming. If that's the one you're talking about, I'm screaming. I'm telling you, if that's the one you're talking about, I'm a holler. And I know they don't like for me to holler in the videos. I'm just waiting to see if it. Ah! We got to move on. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. And I'm glad you put allegedly in that up in them
Me
comments,
too.
honey. I'm glad you
Thank
put
you.
allegedly. Cause we didn't say it, honey. We didn't
Damn sure
say
did.
it. We did not say it. But anyway, let's move on to Coco and her son Jalen. Basically, he was doing a video with him singing. Jalen can sing now. I've heard him sing
Yeah.
many times. He can sing.
Mhm.
Let's see. Coco wants Jalen to be a dentist, but Jalen don't want to be no dentist. And then, they started going back and forth about him wanting to drop out of school and stuff like that. And what can I say about this? While I understand Coco and why she doesn't want her son to be in the industry per se, I still don't think that is healthy, so to speak, to force a child to do something that they don't want to do. Or make them feel like they got to do something that they don't want to do. Because like I said, in one of my videos, my mother never made me go to college, but I never wanted to go to college. And I never felt like college was for me, which is why I never finished in the first place. But I went because I felt like it would have made my mother happy that I went, because I just know that when my mother was pregnant with me, she dropped out of college. She only had a few semesters to go when she had me. And when I graduated high school, my mother went back to school and she finished. She got her bachelor's and then she turned around and got a master's degree. So shout out to my mama. She
Yeah.
did that 18 years later. So shout out to my mama. But I didn't want to go to school. I gotta be real. I didn't want to go. But she didn't. I always say she never forced it upon me. I knew she would have wanted me to go. I knew that would have made her happy, but I know for a fact that I didn't want to go. And it showed because the grade showed. I am like I was dumb. I didn't want to go to. I didn't want to go to class. I didn't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? And I was
Right.
in my field, which was journalism. That's why I went to school for broadcast journalism, doing the shit that I'm doing right now. So
Mhm.
I could have easily finished if I set my mind to it, but I didn't want to do that. So, but Coco felt like I'm spending my money on this, and you need to finish. But you spending your money on something that you want, not what he wants. If you get what I'm saying. But what's your take on that, T?
I agree. I agree with that, but I will say this. I don't know. Maybe because that. I mean, I don't know. We was both raised old school, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm not mad at Coco. I mean to be honest, because I do get what Coco was saying. The music industry is cutthroat, Miss Girl, and
Mm-hmm.
especially for our people, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot worse. Don't get Lil Nazi Poo and Saucy Santana and all of that because we don't know what that. Well, I mean, we do because we see it whenever we look in the media and then see all the hate and all of the this, that, and this, and so on and so forth. And we really don't know what that does to them. We don't know what they go through with that. All we see is the surface level stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing that Coco is worried about too. So I think, which I appreciate that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I agree with Coco when she's like, it's not a surefire thing, and you're gonna want something else to fall back on. God forbid, yeah, this music thing don't work, but you could be a dentist. Okay. Yeah, you may get breaking into the music industry, have one hit, have a record, and it don't do good, and you don't get signed no more. But guess what? You could go, you could be a dentist. You understand what I'm saying? So there's
Backup
nothing
plan.
wrong. Right. Having listen, even Meg, and I respect Meg.
Yeah, she
Even
went to
Meg went and
college.
got her degree. Not that she had to, but again, you never know. It's nothing wrong with having a backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan. So I'm not gonna give Coco too much. I mean, I understand you want to sing Jalen, and I get all of that, but I think it was fair for them to say, "Fine, if you think this is what you want to do, you could take a year off."
Yeah, I don't
But
yeah, I
within
think
this
that's
year,
fair. Yeah.
yeah. But if it don't work, yeah, you're going back to school.
And it, yeah, because I mean, just like I'm glad that you mentioned Megan. Almost forgot about that. Megan Thee Stallion, as she was out here rapping and doing videos and going on doing shows and shit, she was in school. And she was able to get her college degree even while she was, out here doing her thing. So
Hmm.
it ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I understand it from both ends. You know what I mean? Like, cause
Hmm.
just like somebody said in the comments, Taj actually went and got her damn degree after SWV broke
Yeah,
up. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm
There's
just the
nothing
type.
wrong with it, Jalen.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, like that's why I said I see it from both ends because I'm not a fan of telling, making people do something that they don't necessarily want to do, but at the
Mhm.
same time. I get what they're trying to say because Coco been in this music industry and it is cutthroat and it is
Mhm.
fickle and they will love you today and hate you tomorrow.
Take you
Like
tomorrow.
look at Candy, for example. Last week, everybody was on the side, but then this week, everybody dragging her.
Everybody hate it.
Everybody hate her. I mean, it's amazing how things can change over time. Just yesterday, everybody was Team Tamar, but then today they dragging her ass like they should have drug her
Mhm.
yesterday. So it is what it is. Like it's fickle as hell. So I get exactly what they're saying. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, and Lily is a prime example. She didn't have nothing to fall back
Yep.
on when SWV broke up, so she had to go
Mhm.
out and get a damn job. So it is what it is. Now, the scene that everybody has been going on and on and on about.
Oh dear God.
SWV was rehearsing. They discussed the mean with Xscape. Candy told Tiny about the solo about Tasha solo deal as they were on their way to the meeting. Um Taj makes suggestions for a big show. Everybody is in agreement, but Tasha is resistant. Girl, why did you come? So
Right.
then the conversation about the billing. This is the conversation that has been going on with the situation. Yes, email me that interview about Rocky Bivens being interviewed about R. Kelly. Yes, you can email it to me. Thank you. I might do a video about it. So this is what everybody been talking about. Why everybody been dragging Candy. So I'm going to give my side, and I'm gonna have T give his side, and we ain't gonna stay on this long here. We already over an hour, and I'm not gonna argue with nobody in no comments. I'm just not, because some of y'all tried it Sunday when I was live, and I wasn't finna have. I'm not having it today. However,
I'm dead.
SWV Xscape. SWV has sold, I guess, 25 million records worldwide, right? If you count single sales and album sales together, because Week alone has sold like an album sold, right?
Yeah,
So they sold all these records. They had mainstream appeal. Xscape had more of an urban appeal. They did sell records. They got 3 platinum albums. They do have #1 singles, but they were #1 in the R&B, side or whatnot. So, but they wasn't mainstream like SWV was. Okay. No. They wasn't. Today, for instance, when SWV first reunited, people were happy, but it wasn't the same response as it was when Xscape reunited. When Xscape reunited, it blew up on Twitter. They was performing on every damn talk show, and it led to them having a sold out tour that I attended. There's the videos to prove it on my channel somewhere. They had a arena tour that they sold out. And then on top of that, the first 2 shows that they booked when they first got back together sold out within hours. So a lot of the times when Xscape do shows, they do sell out. No matter what nobody say about them, they do sell out. SWV has another edge to them because not only can they perform in the US, but they can also perform overseas. Xscape does not have here we go. Here we go. Jennifer Henderson, I literally just said that. How am I being nice? I literally just said the same thing you just said. I literally just said that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did.
And I also did not say that no one was excited about seeing SWV. See, this is what I'm talking about, child. I can't. This is what I'm saying. People are not hearing what I'm saying. They're listening, but they're not hearing me at all. Anyway, I'm just not gonna pay attention to the comments. SWV can perform in the US and they can perform internationally. Xscape can only perform in the US but not internationally because they don't have a song that was internationally known. SWV has Weak, and they also have right here Human Nature. That's internationally known, so they can go overseas and perform internationally, right? Okay. In today's society, Xscape can sell more tickets than SWV can when it comes down to a show. Xscape is more visible these days than SWV. So one could say that Xscape would be a little more relevant than SWV in today's climate because they're more visible, right? So, but it doesn't take away. I just want to make this clear. No matter what the visibility is that Xscape has or how much relevancy they have, we got to be honest with each other and say Xscape is more relevant today than they was in the 90s. We have to be
Yeah,
honest about that.
they are.
And that's
They
mainly
are.
because, and we do have to credit Candy and Tiny for their relevance, because when they got on reality TV shows, that it may have been a situation where people did not know about Xscape. Because Xscape, although a lot of us as Black people, a lot of us knew who Xscape was, but there are some people who probably did not know who Xscape was in the 90s, because they wasn't like no big time international group in the 90s as a SWV or TLC. You know what I mean? So I feel like SWV had a larger audience, which is why when they put up the Spotify numbers and they compare to Xscape, I'm not surprised that SWV, you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that SWV has more Spotify streams than Xscape, because Weak in Human Nature alone makes up those streams. We got to be real about that. Weak in Human Nature alone is that's the main, those are the main two records that everybody is looking for. And those are the main two records that sold the most out of all of their singles. They sold like albums did. So I'm not surprised that they have the more streaming numbers as far as Spotify is concerned. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make them, you know, Xscape did not have the same label backing as, you know, as SWV. Xscape was on So Def. SWV was on RCA. So they had way more pull than So Def did at the time. So Def was a little label with a major label backing them with distribution, if you say that. In today's society, okay, in today's society, Xscape is the more relevant group. They do sell more tickets than SWV. They already proved themselves already with the Great Xscape tour. They, and I don't care what nobody say. People can sit up here and try to say, well, Monica was on that tour too, and Tamar was on that tour too. I don't see nobody buying. Tamar can't even sell her own damn show, so she ain't got nothing to do with them damn ticket selling. I give you Monica, but the name of the tour was the Great Xscape Tour. So if you really want to be real about it, you know what I mean? If you want to be real about it, they sold off their names alone, because the name of the tour was the Great Xscape Tour, right? Okay. So when I say that doesn't take away from what SWV has.
Right.
SWV, hold on. I got a super chat, Scotty. Let's not get it confused. Xscape doesn't want to headline with SWV, but they did with Teresa in Michigan as well as Monica in Atlanta. So I can understand SWV's perspective. Okay, so see, but this is what I'm saying. If y'all would let me finish with my breakdown, y'all will understand that I see both sides of the argument. That's the part I want y'all to hear. I see it from both sides of the argument. That's why I'm breaking it down the way that I am. The reason why, now, even though I'm saying that Xscape has more relevance today than SWV, and that's only because of the fact that they are more visible than SWV. They are on TV. You know what I mean? And they get asses in the seats, because that's what it's really all about, getting asses in the seats. Just because I'm saying that, it doesn't take away from what SWV has already conquered already. SWV is still the bigger group. SWV still has the bigger songs. SWV still is the more mainstream act. So we could say that. That's just like when we talk about Brandy and Monica. Today, Monica is a little bit more relevant than Brandy is today. You see Monica all the time. Monica's always touring. Monica's still dropping music. You don't see Brandy like that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Brandy is still the bigger artist. She still sold the most records. She still had the bigger songs. She still had the bigger impact. When they were kids, Brandy was it. When they became adults, it was Monica that was it. Monica transitioned to adulthood musically better than Brandy did. So that's all I'm saying. Now, in a nutshell, should there be should they co-headline? Absolutely. I don't think Xscape should open for SWV, and I don't think that SWV should open for Xscape. Now, and y'all can disagree with me all you want to. I said what I said. It's my opinion. Go ahead, T. What's your thoughts? Because I know you tired of talking about this, child.
I am, child. With me, I listen, and I said this in my T talk. I love both groups too. Now, myself personally, you know, me? Who
Mm-hmm.
do I play more when I'm in the car? If I'm exercising the summer, do whatever. I will listen to SWV way quicker than I will Xscape. That's just my opinion, but I love both groups. I got I got all their stuff in my app.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to say this because it's much like with me in Love and Marriage Huntsville. Anything I say, people get mad at, right? So that's how it is with Candy.
Oh
Anything
yes.
Candy say, people is gonna get mad at. And
Anything.
y'all can fight me about this if y'all want to. Quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I don't think Candy Pants was being disrespectful, nor do I feel like she was trying to tarnish or take away anything that SWV had going on when she wanted to bring up the business. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not mad at Candy for speaking up for not only herself, but her group mates, especially since they don't have no manager. You see, S Dub was sitting there with two damn managers.
Right.
Probably one for Lily and Taj and the other one for Coco. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. It's really what I think. So it's like I'm not mad at her for saying, you know, listen, if this is a tour, this our rate, and we don't feel as though we need to be coming down because this is what we always get paid. And we got more of a relevance right now, so it would make more sense if this was a tour. If this was a tour. The thing that Candy forgot about is this wasn't about a tour. They already sat down and agreed that this is going to
Mm-hmm.
be a one night only type of thing. So I understood SWV's frustrations when they were sitting there like, listen, it's not y'all and then we open it. That's not what this is. This is and even Taj and Coco said it on Taj Live. They went to that meeting under that guise that this is a co-venture thing. This is something that they're doing together, so on and so forth. So that's why they had the reaction that they had when Candy came down with that. Now, a
Right.
lot of people got mad with Candy again and say, well, if Candy's such a businesswoman, why would she handle something like you don't discuss money business like that on national TV? Da, 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 da. And it's like, you're right, you don't. But at the same time, I get where Candy is coming from, too. It's no better time like the present. And Candy is about her damn money. I can't get mad at Candy because all of them are there for the money. Yeah, they may love each other. I mean, you know, as far
For
as
the
the two
most
groups,
part.
yeah, that you know. But at the end of the day, all of their asses is there for the same thing, to make money. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
let's just be honest. It's about the money. So I get
Rocky isn't their
SWV's feeling.
manager. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Rocky
Yeah,
isn't their manager, Antonia. They don't even really have a manager. Rocky isn't their manager. I just had to
yeah,
clarify.
Rocky not their manager.
She
Yeah, they
Latasha.
not.
He
That's why.
Latasha manager, child.
Yeah, that's why Candy had that situation. Listen, if they had a manager there, we would have never seen that because that would have been between the managers, not them. Like they would have found that out once the managers came and did what they had to do. Then they would have found all of that out, and it would have been up to SWV to either say, "Oh, okay, cool," or "Nah, hell no, I'm not doing that." And I wasn't mad at SWV for saying no, hell no, we not doing that. This is not an escape thing. This is both of us. Both of us need to be co-headlining, pay everybody equally, do the damn show, sing your faces to the flow, and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. I'm not gonna villainize Candy and say that Candy was wrong, but Candy, okay, Candy,
If
this
my
was not y'all tour, boo.
right, she jumped the gun. If my
Yes,
fee is 100 and yours is 25, we ain't splitting down the middle. But I love both groups, and that's another thing, Kimmy, and that's how I feel. That's why I'm not getting myself involved in this whole SWV Escape fan stand feud that everybody's still on social media, because I like both groups the fucking same. If you look at my damn what is it, the rewind for Apple Music, both SWV and Xscape are both in my top 10. Both of them is in my top 10. So absolutely not. So that's why I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just not. But and
yeah.
everybody, someone said the manager was supposed to talk about it. Xscape really ain't got no manager, so
They don't have
they
managers.
ain't got no manager, so they had to speak up for themselves.
Right. And Candy, and they've always said Candy has never mind being the one to speak up when it came about business, when it came to the money. Now, people like to say that Candy is greedy. I don't necessarily think Candy is greedy. I mean, everybody got to work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to work. People got to sustain their lifestyles the best way that they can. I don't necessarily think she being greedy, because like that's something that has to be talked about. It got to be discussed. I just feel as though she jumped the gun, because
Yeah.
this was not an escape tour. So then you want to go out there and lay your fee out? Nah, that's not what this is. This is both of y'all doing one thing together. That's it.
Yes, it's
Now,
a
if it
show.
turned out, yeah, like if it turned out to turn into a tour after that, then y'all work that out then.
Right, yeah, then that's when you gotta then that's when the money and shit need to be discussed. Like that type of shit need to be discussed. Oh, excuse me, when it's time, like when y'all going on tour or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? But absolutely not. I don't like the way that it happened, and it gave it was just a bad look at the end of the
It
day.
was.
And but I still stand by what I said. I just gotta be honest. I still stand by everything that I said, because because when you say this, when you say what we just said, people think that you're trying to take away from one group. I'm not taking away anything from SWV and Escape. You can't take
Mhm.
away from SWV at all. It's obvious that they're the bigger group. We know that they're the
Yeah.
bigger group, but at the same time, it's kind of like there's different factors that go along with it. You feel what I'm saying? It just is. And some people could have been big back in the day, but ain't that big today, or they was like relevant as fuck back in the day, but they not as relevant as they are today. And it doesn't take nothing away from whatever. Cause Stephanie Mills ain't doing no damn music, but it don't make her any less legendary than what she was when she was in her prime. So it is what it is. Just by me saying that Xscape has more visibility than SWV today, which they do. I'm not getting off of it. They do. But it doesn't mean or take away from anything that SWV already did. Because we can't take away from that. It's just that simple. We can't. But
And Lord, Donna Clay, that's how you feel. Talk about some Candy ain't rich for nothing. You don't see she's sleeping in her car. I'm glad none of them have to know what it's like to sleep in their car. But it hurts my feelings that Lily had to, cause I love me some Lily. I ain't even finna joke about it. I love me some Lily, and
yeah,
it's it's
Lily, my
it's
favorite
sad.
member.
I could never imagine being in Lily's shoes, riding in that car, and then probably got to hear your song come on the damn radio. Like that's that for like I never, well, I've been through depression, with my mama or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I could have took it. Like I always carry a huge level of respect for artists and actors and comedians or somebody that went through that, cause and still here to tell the tale. Cause if it was me, I probably would have hid under a rock somewhere and never could show my face again. That's honestly how I would feel.
Right. I gotta be honest. I
Yeah.
gotta be honest. So it is what it is, but hopefully with this new episode and shit like this, like I'm ready for this whole saga to be over with, because I'm over this whole SWV Xscape fan feud thing, which I knew was gonna happen anyway with this show because it happened with Versus. Soon as they
Yes,
announced
it
it was
did.
going to do a Versus, oh, SWV shits on Xscape. I'm like, here y'all go with the downplaying, and even though I love SWV and Xscape, I don't really like how people be trying to play Xscape like they fucking moking stuff or something. Like, stop trying to play with them. Like, I understand that Xscape is not as huge as SWV, but they meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And even with SWV, like people do be like, why SWV wasn't on Behind the Music? They was on Unsung like fucking Xscape was. Like people look at them as underrated and shit like that, and they are underrated. Like they don't get the same acclaim as a TLC or a Destiny's Child or In Vogue. They're just as great as them. So, child.
But you know what? Blame Jermaine Dupri for that because he was trying to turn them into what he really liked. But we not gonna go there. I blame that on Jermaine. I do. I do. I blame that on Jermaine because everybody, because I remember hearing that back then. Like a lot of guys was like, I mean, yeah, they cute, but they too mannish. Like, and that does play a lot. It do because they women at the end of the day. And I know back in the 90s, the whole tomboy thing was in, but he overdid it. He really did. Like I was so happy when Traces of My Lipstick came out and they was all womanly and worldly like and femininity just oozed from them. I think yes, that's Escape. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Child.
Listen, listen, honey. You're my little secret.
Hey.
Well,
Who you think Candy sung that to? Jermaine Dupri or his dad?
Here you go. You just won't let that shit go, child. The woman did not sleep with that man's daddy. But you just go keep on going with it though. You just ain't gonna let it go, child. You just ain't gonna let it go.
I love you, Candy Pants.
Jermaine wrote that song, by the way.
Yeah, I bet he's out.
Latasha got a writing credit on it too.
I guess, Tasha, that's probably why it ain't being played like that on the radio no more. The radio don't even see it for you, girl.
Tamar slept. Yeah, Tamar was the one that slept with Jermaine Dupri daddy. It wasn't Candy, it was Tamar daddy. And I heard that Tamar mama or stepmama, I mean Jermaine Dupri mama or stepmama beat Tamar ass in the elevator over that man too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How y'all know the Muppet Baby slept with what you call it dad?
The Brat said it, if I'm not
the
mistaken. The Brat said that. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well, then it might be the truth. It might be true because I ain't never known Brett to be a liar. I'm just saying I ain't never heard Brett really get up here and tell no lies like talking about it. So if she said it, all right, Tamar, all right, Candy, you off the hook with them.
K.
I believe
Michelle
Brett.
said it too.
All right, I'll let K. Michelle have it because K. Michelle really ain't no liar like that. She not when it comes to other people's teeth. So I believe.
This is my thing though with Tamar, and I know we finna go. But this is my thing with Tamar. You going in on Candy because you know she got too much to lose. She not gonna respond to you. You didn't have that energy for K. Michelle because you knew she was gonna drag your ass. She wasn't gonna stop dragging you.
But what I don't understand about Tamar is all she had to do was just not answer the question. If y'all are cool now, there's no need for you to have answered that question. You just should have said, look, that's water under the bridge. Candy, my home girl, we good and it's all love. That's all you got to say. Like, you ain't even have to go into detail. Then you got mad, got a battery in your back, and started saying that she can't sing and calling her a donkey and all of the rest of that. I said, where's all of this energy coming from?
Child, listen, okay.
And you the last person that need to be calling anybody anything, Tay-Tay.
Anything, honey. Anything. After the way your ass sat up there on the reel and cried about being called a Muppet, was time a certain person said I look like a Muppet. And Tamara moving your hair around so she can see if you really look like a Muppet. It's always gonna be.
Oh my! Listen, look, Tamara, you a shady bit. That's why she was always my favorite.
Did you see Tamara move her hair around?
I did. Yeah, she do. She do, friend. From the side, from the back, from the front,
Oh,
diagonally, near-sighted, far-sighted, through binoculars. Yes, she does. A straight up Muppet. Now, which one? I don't know.
oh
To
my
me, she
god.
look like Fozzie. I give her Fozzie, or I give her Ralph. Ain't Ralph the bear that they got
Oh my
the music
god.
member?
I
Y'all remember Muppet
cannot.
Babies? That was my shit.
I can listen. I listen. I can.
It's the Jack Davis.
I'm gonna save all my little Tamar commentary for this damn video for this live I'm doing after this. But yes, it's Lonnie Love for me when they was sitting on that. She was trying her hardest not to laugh. She was like,
Oh yeah, cause she don't like her. Lonnie do not like her. I know Lonnie wanted to laugh so bad. I know she did.
you know what? My petty ass probably would have hollered if I was sitting there. I ain't even gonna sit up here and lie. I
So
probably would
damn
have
petty. That's so mean.
hollered.
In front of the girl's face. Wow,
I
I
would
thought that
have
was me.
hollered. I would have hollered. Cause you know I can't stand Tamar. I would have hollered. Okay. But anyway, we're about to hit the 2 hour mark, which I knew we would. Because we had to address the Josiah not being here for a while, and then this episode was a lot to unpack. Okay,
Yeah.
but before we go, T, let's let the people know what you got coming up on your platform, honey.
Um. Well, it ain't much shows other than
Because we
Grown and
dropping
Gospel.
everything.
Pretty much. You see basketball wise. Remember what I told y'all? If you don't see it, don't do what? Yeah.
Don't ask.
Okay. I tried to watch it twice, y'all. I couldn't do it.
I ain't even
Um.
bothered.
Don't you? It's a waste. Um. Grown and Gospel is coming on Thursday. I am reviewing that. I'm trying to get Scotty to do it because he'll have a good time kikiing them people. He would.
Are you sure? People been telling me to watch it. I haven't watched it yet though.
I want to know. I want to know how you feel about Elijah because I just don't feel like you would go up for him, and that's the funny part.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, he's
How
fine as
many
hell.
episodes is it so far?
I think no. Well, the first episode was last Thursday, and I think Carlos said that this was a 8 episode season. I think he said 8 or 9. It ain't that. It ain't long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can
but
watch.
it's decent. Yeah, it's a good one. I am doing Love and Marriage DC. I wish Scotty would go back to that. um, yeah, that's it. I mean, other than SWV show and the roast and review gonna be on my channel next Tuesday. I mean, other than that, child, ain't much till LAMH come back, dear God.
Unfortunately, I am not looking forward to that. Just
But that's
like
all I can.
just like T, the only show that I'm reviewing is this one. Since he told me about Grown and Gospel, I'm gonna try to check that out just to see what he's saying. Just to see what he's saying. Because I now he got me wanting to know if I ain't gonna like this person, so I gotta watch it now. You should definitely not expect no basketball wise review from me because I've already made my post and I already said I'm not reviewing this show anymore. I'm done. I don't give a fuck who hosting the reunion because Tamar hosting the damn reunion. Anyway, I'm not watching it. And I might watch it. I might watch the reunion just see if Malaysia gonna show the fuck up, but she probably not. But but I don't care. I'm not reviewing that show no more. I'm gonna try to get into Ultimate Girls Trip. That's about to come on.
I'm gonna do that too.
I'm gonna review Ultimate Girls Trip. Please watch it. Because last time I tried to review Ultimate Girls Trip, y'all wasn't paying my reviews on that no mind, and I just did not review it no more. But I'm gonna try to review it this time.
I saw Candace's interview that she did on E. She said her and Jizzy still, even with that, they not good.
I'm sure they not. I'm sure they not.
She said you gotta watch the season, and I can't wait to see it, child.
I can't wait to see it either. And no, I would never review Queen's Court ever.
The people
ever.
said it. The Brooke actually said it was pretty decent. She said it'll be best for you to watch it all and then just do one review if you was gonna
I,
do it.
I, I,
But she
I
said it
totally
was bad.
I forgot I gotta change my password so I can give you the password because I don't even remember my password. So I gotta I gotta change so I can give you my password, child.
Yeah, I
But
want to see it because she said it was decent.
anything with Evelyn Lasagna on it, I'd rather not see it. Like, I don't like her or Tamar. I would rather keep my eyes. I don't want to see them, child. Mm-mm. But
Not
I
even for
let.
Nev. That's why I want to see it because of Nev. You know I love Nev. I want to
If
see
it
if she walked away with her man.
if it wasn't for them two, I like them two. I can't take them. Ugh. I can't. I just can't.
That's why the review gonna be hilarious.
I cannot take them. Oh my god. But other than that, we got roast review, and that's it. Anything else? That's it, child. But with that being said, you guys, we are up out of here. I'm going live in about 40, no, 35 to about 40 minutes. I'm going live again to do a breakdown on this whole Candy versus Tamar beef, so y'all can know where it started. Even though while I do it, somebody gonna swear up and down that I'm on Candy payroll.
hmm So look
Child.
forward to that.
I don't give a fuck, child. Let them think whatever the hell they want. They watching, so it don't even matter. Shout out to the person that sent me my PayPal because I was actually checking my email for something else, but I see that I got a PayPal, so thank you for that.
Isn't
I
that nice?
appreciate it. Y'all been really serving us up tonight. So shout out to y'all, and
And
we
we
up
got
out of
400
here.
likes, bitch.
And 400 likes. We had over 600 people overall. Okay, so shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for supporting Roasted Review. We really appreciate it. And we up out of here, y'all. And once again, shout out to Josiah, who is not here with
Yeah,
us right now.
yeah.
But shout out to our friend and little brother. We're gonna always shout him out up until he come back. We're gonna shout him the fuck out
Period.
every
Period.
episode. Okay. But we out
Period.
of here, y'all. To the next one. Till next Tuesday. We will be over on T's platform. And we out of here, y'all. Till next time. Bye.
Hey, y'all.